joined. Oh, we have an audience. Hello, Priya madam. Long time no see. Namaste, Deepak sir. How are you? So I thought about this doing this session on Jupiter's transit in Aquarius. So it may be helpful to people. Hi Rajni. Hello Govind sir. How are you? Mm, great. I'm happy. Right. So let's talk about this transit. Actually, the article which I have posted, linked here, can be helpful in understanding the transit uh, because that is like descriptive. Most of the things are covered there in the article, so it will be of great help if we can just go through that article. Uh, so basically, if we want to talk about just the basic stuff of Jupiter in Aquarius, Jupiter is your knowledge, education, wisdom, and all. And wherever it goes, whichever sign it goes in, it brings the education knowledge of that sign related things. Okay, so Jupiter going into Aquarius. Aquarius is the sign of new age technology. Aquarius is the sign of serving humanity, entrepreneurship. It is the sign of your big changes in life, large organizations, and all. So Aquarius is everything huge, big. Okay. So and Jupiter itself is a big expansive planet. So what we can expect is in Jupiter in Aquarius transit. First of all, we can see some new inventions happening in the technology related fields and science related field. These are mundane level predictions. Okay, mundane level expectation. What we can expect from this transit at for everyone. So we can see some new inventions happening in technology related field or science related field. Maybe some further new medicines can come up for corona and all these things. So that is a possibility. Then Jupiter in Aquarius is very much reflective of what I am doing right now. Okay, Jupiter is your knowledge, and Aquarius is your new age technology. So Jupiter in Aquarius largely shows a person who utilizes new age technology to spread his knowledge. Okay, so we can see more and more people getting involved into these kind of activities where they are teaching others, sharing their knowledge with others through their through new age technology, through these YouTube videos, or so these things will be more prominent as we move further in this year or with this transit. Okay, we can see a rise in entrepreneurship. Jupiter is expansion, and Aquarius is the sign of entrepreneurship. So we can expect. I will take questions later once I finish discussing all these things. So we can expect this what I was saying, the rise in entrepreneurship. People can be more interested in getting into entrepreneurship, business kind of thing, entrepreneurship can give better gains, and it always gives better gains. Understand that is a general rule, that a person earns more when he is into entrepreneurship. So this can be one of the result, that people can be more interested about entrepreneurship, or serving humanity through entrepreneurship. People can be interested in joining some knowledge oriented large organizations, like if I join a group of people, join a group of astrologers, let's say, best example for people like me. If I join a group of astrologer who are serving people through their astrological knowledge, that is Jupiter in Aquarius. If you join some organization like ISKCON, that is Jupiter in Aquarius. Okay, so Aquarius is large organization, Jupiter is religion, philosophy, literature, spirituality. Any religious organization, any spiritual organization, if you join, that is Jupiter in Aquarius kind of thing. So that is also a result we can expect. As Jupiter is still in Saturn's sign, earlier it was in Capricorn and it was sitting with Saturn. Now Jupiter is in Aquarius, okay, another sign ruled by Saturn. So obviously the results will be delayed. Okay, results will be coming after lots of hard work, delay, and perseverance. Person has to put lots of effort to get any result out of it. But if he puts effort, then the results will be there. Okay. Still, I somehow feel that this transit is better than the earlier transit we had. In this transit, Jupiter in Aquarius is better than Jupiter in Capricorn, because at least Saturn is not involved here directly. Okay, Saturn is not sitting in Aquarius. There, Saturn was also sitting in Capricorn along with Jupiter. So that is a difference between this transit and other transit. Okay, so right, this is done. People can be interested in some different type of gurus. Aquarius also represents eccentricity. Okay, someone who is very eccentric, or someone who is quite if we use the word which we generally use for Aquarius, weirdo. Aquarius is someone who is very weird. So weird only means that he is not fitting in your criteria. That's it. Weird is only that thing. Okay, so when Jupiter is transiting in Aquarius, Jupiter is teacher. You can get a teacher or you can be interested in a teacher who is like very unconventional, very much unorthodox. Okay, that is also one of the result of Jupiter in Aquarius. Then right, yes, so if you just go through this article, it will give you lots of information about this transit. Another thing which is important happening here is that Jupiter and Saturn both will be aspecting Libra sign. Okay, if we see Jupiter will be in Aquarius, it will aspect with its ninth aspect to Libra, and Saturn stays in Capricorn and it will also aspect, it is also already aspecting Libra sign. So Jupiter, Saturn both are aspecting your Libra. So whichever house your Libra falls in, that house will become prominent. You will be focused at that house related things. For a Leo ascendant, it is third house. For a person like me who is a Scorpio ascendant, it is 12th house. So we will be focused at the things related with these houses. Okay, whichever wherever this this Libra sign falls. Okay, that is another house which is important with this transit. Not only Aquarius, Jupiter in Aquarius, but you have to see the where your Libra sign is falling. Okay, as always, dasha is always the first thing which sets the event. So look at your dasha first, and then look at your transits. Okay, again I say that if you just go through this article, it will give you lots of indication. Okay, then we can take the questions. For Gemini rising, here I am only talking about transit, but as I said, the dasha is more important. So I don't know which dasha you are going through. Uh, should I first go through the signs by myself? It will be better. Okay, so let's start with the Aries ascendant. For Aries ascendant, it is 11th house transit, Aquarius. Okay, 11th house is your gains, income, and they can expect better gains, income happening in their life. They can also expect some rewards, recognition, promotions, and all. They can expect gains from the government or their father or their elder sibling, social networking circle. Jupiter is all expansion, so it can expand their social networking circle also. Okay, they can have more friends, they can be known in more people. Jupiter and Saturn both are aspecting their 7th house Libra, so it is a good time not only for relationship, but it is also a good time for getting into some sort of business if they are interested in business and all. Jupiter's transit into Aquarius in 11th house and aspecting 7th house Libra. 7th and 11th both are business oriented houses. They can gain a lot from their business. Okay, if it is a Taurus ascendant person, so Jupiter is transiting through this 10th house. They can see a rise, expansion in their career, authority and recognition. They can see some gains coming from father or government, because 10th house Aquarius. They can also see they are recognized for their hard work. They are recognized among people for their efforts, whatever efforts they are putting in. They can see, they can feel that okay, I am getting the results coming in. I can see the rewards and recognitions coming in for myself. Then Jupiter's next transit, Jupiter's aspect, Jupiter Saturn both are aspecting their 6th house. This is where they need to be careful, because 6th house and 10th house both are getting activated. 6th house is your litigation, 10th house is your authority figures like judges, so they can get into some litigation, especially if someone is married or something like that. Then 6th house and 10th house together represent divorce. Okay, so this is something they should be careful of, not to get into conflict, not to get into litigation. They should also be taking care of their health, because 6th house is health, especially if they have issues related with sugar, diabetes, kidney, urine and all that. They should be careful about it. Then the Gemini rising, Jupiter is transiting their 9th house, and Jupiter Saturn will be aspecting their 5th house. Okay, uh, 9th house is higher education, Jupiter is higher education. This is a very good transit for educational purposes. If they are interested in educating themselves in something new, learning something new, they can go for higher education. They can get the best of the benefits. Then it is also showing long distance travels. It is also showing they can get into relationship with someone, because Jupiter Saturn both are aspecting their 5th house of love, romance matters. They can find a partner who is of a different ethnicity, culture. 5th house and 9th house both are related with change of work environment. Okay, so this year either they can change their job, their career, that kind of thing. So there can be a change in their work environment. Okay, it also means they need to take care of their father's health. Their father also needs to take care of his health, but they also need to pay attention about their father's health. So this is also an important thing with Jupiter Saturn both aspecting fifth house, which is eighth from the 10th. Why I am saying so, it is eighth from the 10th, so it can bring some instabilities to father. Okay. Then if we go further for a Cancer ascendant, okay, Gemini people can also travel a lot during this time. I think I said that. Okay, fine. This Cancer ascendant chart, Jupiter is coming into 8th house, and Jupiter Saturn aspect will be on 4th house. If they have any interest in buying a property and all, or any activity related with home or real estate matters, this is the year. Okay, this is the year where they can go for it. Okay. Jupiter transiting 8th house from the ascendant, they can see some major changes happening in their life. As Jupiter is a benefic planet, we can expect that majority of these changes can be beneficial one. Okay. But it also shows someone is getting interested in knowledge oriented research. Okay. I should say research oriented higher education. And it also shows that Jupiter Saturn aspecting 4th house, they need to take care of their mother's health, or their focus can be 4th house related matters, either their mother, home environment, real estate matters, these things. Okay. uh, Another thing is right. So it can be a year of major changes for a Cancer ascendant person. Now, if it is a Leo ascendant person, Jupiter is transiting through 7th house. Good benefits, expansion in their reach among people, good benefits from business. They can get into some relationship also. The partner they may attract can be more a Jupiterian like knowledgeable, learned, wise person and all. uh, that is the thing. Then it is a good transit for both the purposes, like a relationship and business. They can expect good gains, because Jupiter is impacting all the desire oriented houses, karma houses, 3rd, 7th and 11th. So this shows good gains coming from business in the matters of money. And relationship will have its own difficulties. I'm not saying that everything is going to be rosy, it never happens, but still it is a better time than the last year. Okay. Then Jupiter is transiting their Jupiter is also aspecting their 1st house. This is also an important for Gemini and this Leo ascendant, and another ascendant Libra. For these three ascendant, Jupiter is aspecting their 1st house. Obviously, for Aquarius ascendant, it will be in the 1st house. So these three ascendant can feel optimism, overall optimism in their life, that okay, things will work out. Okay, even if they are going through a mess, they will not worry much. They will always feel that okay, things will work out. They will remain optimistic about it. Then Jupiter and Saturn both are aspecting their 3rd house. Again, a very good year for their business, if they are interested in business, traveling, learning anything new and all. Putting their self efforts in their area of interest, it is a very good year for that. Then if we look at this Virgo ascendants are having this transit in the 6th house of their daily work life, and their health issues and obstacles, conflicts and all. It shows that in their daily work life they can have some benefits in their career matters, because Jupiter is aspecting their 10th house and 2nd house, all the Artha houses. Jupiter is transiting, so financially it can bring benefits. Okay. But when it comes to like their relationship matters, Jupiter is ruling their ruling their seventh house and sitting in the sixth house, so they can face lots of obstacles, conflicts, and disputes in their relationship matters. And they need to take care of their health also, and also mother's health, because Jupiter also rules the fourth house. So they need to take care of that, their health and all, especially when it comes to health issues related with fat, obesity, and all these things. Jupiter related thing, fat, obesity, and uh, what I can add, liver, gallbladder, all these things, basically fat related things. Okay. Jupiter, Saturn both are aspecting their second house. It again shows that person can be getting good benefits from, can be getting good benefits in the financial matters, the wealth related matters. Their wealth can expand, there can be an expansion in family also. But when it comes to relationship matters, unless the dasha is otherwise, or dasha is showing otherwise, or there is another impact of another planet somewhere, they will have some issues or conflicts in their relationship matters when Jupiter is transiting through sixth house, or they are just simply away from their partner. It can be a long distance relationship kind of thing also. Then Jupiter is, if we look at Libra ascendant people, for Libra people, Jupiter is transiting through fifth house. Again, a knowledge oriented transit, again a transit which can bring change in their work environment, because Jupiter is impacting the houses related with change of work, the fifth and ninth. It also shows some like good knowledge gain. If they are interested in any creative pursuits, they can pursue it, they can get good knowledge of their creative interest also. Most importantly, Jupiter, Saturn both are aspecting their first house. Jupiter, Saturn both are aspecting. This can be like a year which can be very important for them. It can bring some big changes, and changes can be of beneficial nature in long run. They can see a new rise in their life whenever Jupiter, Saturn are impacting the ascendant. They can have some major changes in their overall life. Okay. And those changes can be beneficial also. If I remember well, Jupiter was in Cancer and Saturn was in Scorpio, and Jupiter was aspecting Scorpio. At that time, I resigned from my job. I started this work. Okay, so major change, a new rise, a new beginning in life can come up for a Libra people. Okay. Then this Scorpio ascendant, people like me, Jupiter is coming into the fourth house. Like we are planning a renovation at our home. That is very much an indication. Person can have expanded benefits from real estate properties or mother. They can feel like some their benefits are increasing, the home values are increasing, they can buy a new property also. Okay. Then it also shows other things, like if someone is in spiritual pursuits, they can gain a lot from meditation and other spiritual pursuits. That is also a possibility with for Scorpio ascendant people. But largely this transit will keep them focused at their home related matters. They may buy property, they may renovate property, they may have some expansion in the value of the property, and they can have some additional benefits from the property and all that. Okay. Fourth house related matters. Jupiter, Saturn both are aspecting their 12th house, Libra. They should be careful about their expenditure. They should not spend a lot. They should be thinking before spending. They should not. Basically, I want to say that they should not be spendthrift. when Jupiter Saturn both are aspecting the 12th house Libra. For a Sagittarius ascendant, it is transiting third house. Again, karma houses are getting activated. Um, this third house, seventh house, 11th house. Jupiter is impacting all the things. If they are in business, it can be bringing good benefits. Um, their gains can increase. For a Sagittarius ascendant person, like last 2 years have had been very tough with Saturn transiting through their second house of wealth. They may feel that they were not able to save the money, but for this year we can say that Jupiter transiting through third house and aspecting 11th can show that someone is gaining a lot. Okay, someone is gaining from their business and all. Okay, so as business or otherwise, even if someone is in job, they can gain from their job also. Okay, this transit can bring better gains for them. Okay, uh, and this also shows possibility of relocating to a different place, because 11th house is 8th from the 4th, so they can relocate somewhere else, and leave their home and go to some other place. It also shows that they need to be careful about their mother's health. In this case, it is mother's health because it is 8th from the 4th. So their mother can see some major change happening in their life, in her life. Then for Capricorn ascendant person, Saturn is in the first, Jupiter is in the second. Uh, it can expand their wealth because Jupiter is going into the second house of wealth. There will be expansion in wealth, there can be expansion in families and all. Financially, they may feel very secure during this year. Okay, Jupiter Saturn both are aspecting their 10th house. It can be a major year for their career matters, career authority recognition, when Jupiter is aspecting 10th house. Jupiter Saturn both are aspecting 10th house. They can gain authorities, recognition, rewards. They can be recognized for whatever they are doing in their career from a very long time. So for those things, it can be good year for their career or wealth perspective. Uh, Right. For Aquarius ascendant, Jupiter is transiting in the first house. Their overall life can see a rise. Okay, they can be optimistic about their overall life when Jupiter is transiting through first house. Only thing they need to take care is not to put lot of weight during this year. Try to keep weight part of life away. Try to be fit and all that. Otherwise, this is a very good transit for an Aquarius ascendant person, because it is bringing some like a new optimism, new rise in life, overall life they can leave behind. Because understand, in last 2 3 months, lots of planets were in Capricorn in their 12th house, so they may have a feeling of loss throughout the last 2 3 months. But now the things are getting clearer. Now the planets are moving in different signs, so they may have optimism that okay, my life is not such a mess which I was thinking. Jupiter is aspecting 5th and ninth. Again, the change of work environment. Jupiter Saturn both are aspecting ninth house. There can be a long distance travel. They can learn something new, or they can have again, the father's health can be an issue, so they need to take care of their father. Plus ninth house also represents resignations, as fifth house is also getting active. It shows that they can leave their other place. They can leave their place of work, and they can go to some other place, join. So there can be change of their work environment. But overall, a very good transit for a Jupiter, Aquarius ascendant, as Jupiter is transiting their first house. Finally, Pisces ascendant people are having this transit into their 12th house. Be careful about your spendings. Don't spend just like that. Okay, don't be a spendthrift. Otherwise, it can be an issue. Another thing is be careful. Be careful while traveling, especially in foreign lands and all. Jupiter is going 12th houses and it is not in good dignity if we look at dignity. But it also shows that person can be interested in the spiritual side of life. Then they can be interested in following spirituality, meditation. They can find a guru, maybe in foreign lands. They can find a guru. So that is a possibility. But when it comes to health related matters, why I'm pushing for being careful. 12th house is also health related issues, and Jupiter can expand those things. So in their health related issues they need to be careful. Otherwise, for other matters, it is a good transit if they take care of their finances well and not be spendthrift. But at the same time, Jupiter and Saturn both are aspecting their 8th house, Libra. So it can bring some major changes in their overall life. Okay, by the end of this transit, when when Jupiter leaves Aquarius and comes into Pisces, understand 12th house is also the house of closing of things. Okay, so when Jupiter is transiting through 12th house, they can close lots of pending matters in their life. Okay, whatever is pending in their life they can close down. And then when Jupiter is in first house, they can make a new beginnings in their life. So this year can be all about closing down those pending matters. So this year can bring a major change in life, overall life, because Jupiter Saturn both are aspecting their 8th house, Libra. By the end of this year, by the end of this transit in Jupiter in Aquarius, they can feel that they have gone through a major change, and the whole life has changed after this year. Okay, so this is what I see. Now let's see if people have questions. Okay. Right. For Gemini rising, as I said, that it is ninth house transit, ninth house Aquarius. So person can be interested in knowledge sharing, knowledge gaining, and all. They can travel to different places. That is a generic thing. It can be a good transit for relationship matters. If they are already in relationship, then they can plan for their children if they are interested and all. Okay, so that is the thing. Right, Jupiter Saturn both aspecting the fifth house, Libra, so they can get some benefits from fifth house related thing. They can pursue their creativity, they can have a love romance thing, or they can plan for their childbirth if they are interested in. Okay, inclined for. Right. Pisces ascendant, what can be effects? So as I said that for Pisces ascendant, Jupiter is transiting into their 12th house, 12th house of losses, foreign lands. So they should be careful about their wealth matters. They should be careful about their health. They should be careful about some overall changes coming into life. Why I am saying careful is that person should not resist the change. Understand, we invite stress in our life when we look for when we look to resist the change. We should be always receptive towards the changes. So this transit can bring lots of changes in Pisces ascendant person's life. They should be receptive towards the change. If they try to resist the change, then it will be stressful. But there is if they are just receptive towards the change, then this whole year can bring good benefits overall. Means when we they finish this transit, as I said, they can feel like going through a major change which was beneficial. Okay. If there is a Parivartan Yoga in birth chart between Venus and Jupiter, but Jupiter is debilitated in Navamsha in Capricorn, does it weaken or cancel the good effects of the yoga? As I always say in matters of Parivartan Yoga, okay, leave aside Navamsha. Parivartan Yoga is between Venus and Jupiter when they are exchanging signs. Okay, so they will cooperate with each other in the matters they both share. Okay, and they will not cooperate with each other where they don't share anything. Okay, like Venus and Jupiter both are teachers. Venus is Shukracharya, Jupiter is Brahaspati. They both are teachers, they both are related with knowledge sharing. So, as long as this person is working in knowledge sharing kind of thing, he is interested in gaining knowledge, sharing knowledge. This Parivartan Yoga is going to help. Okay, but when it comes to like other things of life, like Venus represents momentary pleasures and Jupiter represents bigger goals in life. So where when there is a thing like whether I should pursue my momentary pleasure or I should look at the bigger picture of life, there will be lots of tug of war between the person. Okay, that's where Venus and Jupiter will not cooperate with each other. There will be conflict. Okay, so this is what we need to always remember with Parivartan Yoga. Normally an interpretation is that if a Parivartan Yoga is there, everything is fine. No, and everything is never fine. Okay, there will be some issues with every yoga, everything in life. These two planets which are in Parivartan Yoga will cooperate on things they share. They will not cooperate on things they don't share. Okay. Jupiter in Capricorn, 11th house. I am Pisces ascendant. Okay, fine. So Jupiter is in Capricorn in your birth chart, and you are Pisces ascendant. So ascendant is your life path. It is ascendant lord. It is also your 10th lord. Jupiter is in 11th house of entrepreneurship and gains, serving humanity and all that. So it shows that you will have delay and delay in realizing your right life path. Your right life path is about serving people through your own entrepreneurship. First and 10th lord in 11th house. Okay, so you should serve people through your own entrepreneurship. That is your right life path. But as it is debilitated, you will have difficulty in realizing it. You will have delays in realizing it. Even if someone counsels you that okay, you should be doing your own business, you should be in entrepreneurship, it will be difficult for you to believe in it. Okay. Gemini rising, natal Jupiter in 12th house. Jupiter 12th in 12th retrograde, going through Jupiter Mahadasha, Moon Antar and Moon Rahu in Aquarius. Jupiter coming in Moon even. Right. Moon Antar. You mean to say Jupiter, Moon, Jupiter, Tasha. Okay, anyways, Moon Rahu in Aquarius and Jupiter is transiting through that. For Gemini rising, I said that it is a knowledge oriented transit, and it is also helpful in your creative pursuits, love, romance, or if you are interested in childbirth and all. It can help there. It can bring some job changes and all, work changes, okay, career changes. Jupiter going over Rahu in 9th house can bring lots of unconventional belief system. Okay, in this 1 year, maybe it may be the beginning of that you may, or as you have already in your birth chart Rahu in the 9th house, like you may have lots of unconventional ideas on religion, philosophy, literature. You may not be the one who is believer, you may be the one who is seeker. You may not believe in any organized religion kind of thing, and Jupiter's transiting into a ninth house over your Rahu moon can further expand these traits. Okay, can further bring an expansion to all these things. Okay, when Jupiter is transit, but for your higher education it is excellent transit. uh, it bring what impact it brings for Libra people, as I said, that it can be a new rise in life, as Jupiter Saturn both are aspecting their ascendant. So they can expect some new rise, major changes which are going to help in their overall all life and all. So these things are important. It can bring some job change, career change kind of thing. Fifth house transit, they again creativity, love, romance, children and all. uh, in whichever stage of life they are, they can plan accordingly. I am going through Venus Mahadasha. Fine. Cancer ascendant, Venus in Pisces, and Jupiter Venus are in Parivartan Yoga in my chart, but Jupiter is debilitated in Navamsha. So will Jupiter transit weaken Venus Dasha good effects? I don't think so. Uh, that is another thing altogether. Jupiter debilitated in Navamsha and all. Um, that is another thing altogether. So Jupiter Venus Parivartan Yoga, and Jupiter transit uh, Venus in Pisces. So it is not weakening. You will still get the results of Venus Mahadasha. When it comes to your finance, wealth, creativity, these type of stuff, relationship stuffs are always difficult. Okay, so you cannot we cannot expect much benefits in relationship, because understand why I am so much into this mode, that any transit, any dasha can be good for your non relationship life, is that relationship depends on other person. Okay, it on suppose I am in relationship with someone, it doesn't depend upon me only, it depends upon other person also. I may be like I can say that she may be totally adjustive and flexible and accommodative, but I may be very rude and all that. Okay, so I cannot expect that we cannot expect that one person can continue the relationship for a long time. So this is where the troubles come in relationship life, but in other matters of life like your career, finance, wealth, you can have your benefits. Okay. Please tell the impact on Libra Sun and running Moon Mahadasha, Venus Antardasha, natal Jupiter in second house Scorpio with Sun. So as I said, for Libra people, this is a good year, because Saturn Jupiter both are aspecting your first house. They can bring some major changes in your overall life, your life path. They can push you towards following a new life path altogether. So that's where this transit can be beneficial. Also, the fifth house related thing, change of work environment, creativity, relationship, and all. Effect of transit on natal Sun and Mars. If someone has Sun Mars together in Aquarius, that's what I understand. So Sun Mars is your willpower, courage. Jupiter is expansion. Sun is your career and authority, recognition. So this Jupiter transiting your like over Sun and Mars can expand your willpower and courage. You can feel more courageous, you can feel more active in your life. It can bring good better authority, better recognition also. But as Jupiter is still in Saturn sign, and they are also not in very good dignity, Sun and Mars in Aquarius, you can still feel frustration. Okay, what I mean to say that expectations can be very high. Okay, so your expectations can be very high with Sun Mars in Aquarius, and when you are not getting that much of result, you are bound to feel frustrated. Okay, that is the thing. How to merge the results of transit and dasha for any conclusions? It depends on the individual chart. Um, the ascendant, what houses dasha planets are ruling, where dasha planets are sitting, then where the transit is taking place, and what other transits are taking place. It is not the only transit which is happening, right? So what other transits are there, that is also an important thing with this with any interpretation. Okay, another common another common question people have is like whether to see transit from the moon or ascendant. I like to see from the ascendant. Ascendant is your event. Okay, from ascendant is the actual event that is happening in your life. Transit from moon only shows like where how your mind is behaving at that event. Okay, like if I just give an example, suppose this thing like Gemini ascendant people. For Gemini ascendant people, Jupiter, Saturn is are impacting their fifth house. Now, if a Gemini ascendant person has Moon in Taurus in 12th house, okay. So from ascendant, fifth house is getting impacted by Jupiter and Saturn. This person can have a childbirth. Okay, if he's at that stage in life where he's into relationship with someone, he can have a childbirth. Okay, so from ascendant, fifth house is getting impacted, possibility of childbirth. But from 12th house, the same fifth house becomes sixth house. Okay, moon is in the 12th house. From moon, the same fifth house from ascendant is sixth from the moon. So after having the childbirth, this person is more thinking about the kind of obstacles he may be facing in his life. That okay, I cannot do this, I cannot do that, I cannot go there, I cannot. I have to give time to my family, I have to give time to my child, I have to manage my life in a different way. So he may be thinking about all these things rather than enjoying that moment of childbirth. He may be thinking on all the duty and responsibility, or the changes in his daily work life, daily routine, which this childbirth is bringing. He will be thinking about these things. So transit from moon or interpretations from the moon is your mind, how your mind is behaving at the transit or event. But the event itself is coming from the ascendant. Event is always from the ascendant. Okay, um, uh, if I am going through an event in my life, that is something which has happened from ascendant. How my mind will behave, will react to that event, is from moon. Okay, if Jupiter transit in Aquarius is aspecting natal Jupiter for a given ascendant, then will this magnify the good aspects of this transit? Yeah, we can say the in the things like knowledge, higher education, and all. This person can be further interested in pursuing his higher education and all. If we take this example, Jupiter is in Cancer in the first house, and it is transiting through Pisces. Let's take this example. So it is transiting through ninth house. It is aspecting first house. So there can be like further desire to pursue the higher education kind of thing. Okay, Jupiter ninth house and birth Jupiter all represent higher education. So this is the thing with Jupiter aspecting Jupiter. It can give higher education or knowledge related with the house or sign where your birth Jupiter is sitting. So this is the thing. Any further question? Okay, I think we are done. All questions. I will wait for 5 minutes, then we can close. That article will give you great idea. I have tried to cover almost all the things. Okay. Jupiter moving to fifth house, does it signify childbirth? Normally, I like to see childbirth from the girl's chart, uh, because she is the one who is supposed to bear, conceive, and deliver the child. So, Jupiter transiting through fifth house in a girl's chart, or Saturn Jupiter both impacting the fifth house in girl's chart, is very much an indication of possibility of childbirth if dashas are also allowing. Okay, so there are lots of ifs and buts here. No generic prediction. What is the meaning of a planet move to one house and retrograde back to the same house and again move to the same sign like Jupiter is doing now? It moves to Aquarius, comes back to Capricorn, and move to Aquarius again. Very good question. Okay, so Jupiter is in Capricorn from last 6 months or so, from November, I think, from October, November. So in last 6 months, it has given some results in Jupiter in Capricorn. Okay, so when it goes back into Capricorn, we will reflect back over those results. Okay, some events will happen in our life which will make us remember the events happening with Jupiter in Capricorn between these 4 5 months. Okay, this is the first thing. When Jupiter is Aquarius now, then also we are going through some events. When Jupiter transits back in Aquarius, retrogrades, we will reflect back at these events which are happening in Jupiter in Aquarius. When Jupiter comes back into Aquarius, then we will move forward after reflecting back. Okay, after reflecting back, we will move forward with those events. Okay, if I just give an example, suppose I met a guru, some teacher kind of person, some guru kind of person, and I started following that guru. Okay, after some time, I started having doubts at that guru, whether whether that guru or teacher is a genuine one or not. So when I am having a doubt, I'm getting the results of Jupiter retrograde. It is reflecting back. Then so first the event happened when I got the guru. Now I am reflecting back and doubting at the guru. And then when Jupiter again moves forward, I am clearing my doubts and moving forward with either that guru or in with some other person. Okay, I have taken a decision that okay, I want to follow this person or I don't want to follow this person. Okay, this is the kind of thing which happens. We can see in different areas of life also. Suppose with Jupiter in Aquarius transit, suppose for Leo ascendant people. Leo ascendant, it is seventh lord. They can meet someone when Jupiter is transiting into their seventh house Aquarius. They can meet someone in relationship matters. But then when Jupiter goes backwards, they may think that okay, fine, this person is right or not, if this person can be trusted for whole life or not. And when Jupiter moves forward, then again like a person will either finish off the relationship and move to the next person, or he can they can resolve their doubts, and then they can move with the same person. That is the thing. Retrograde is always about reflecting, redoing something. This is the simplest way of understanding retrograde. Redoing something. You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome. Okay, I think we are done. Let me know if there is any further question, or we can close. Okay, thank you, and have a good Jupiter in Aquarius transit. Enjoy. Okay, take care. See you. Bye, and see you later. Bye.